I'm Joe Gavazzi, America's #1 sports betting coach. We're here on the banks of the Allegheny with beautiful PNC Park behind us to talk about the experience factor in college football. More expressly, the importance of a coach and his offensive and defensive coordinators on that experience. In the optimum, a coach and his recruiters have been with the program for 4 or more years. This allows them to recruit, nurture, and build cohesion in the program, and allows those juniors and seniors to mentor the underlings in the program. At the other end of the spectrum is a team that's had a series of losing seasons and now fires their coach and his staff. They must rebuild and go through the same nurturing process from scratch. And believe me, it's very difficult for college students to assimilate the new schemes that they must in just 3 weeks of short spring practice and in an early fall practice. Never underestimate the experience factor in a coach and his recruiters in college football. This has been Joe Gavazzi from Winning Sports Advice. Until next time, good luck. I'm Joe Gavazzi, America's #1 sports betting coach, and we're here for the second in a 7-part series of experience in college football, right here on the banks of the Allegheny with beautiful PNC Park behind us. Today we talk about returning starters in college football. Many handicappers use the 16-5 rule when it comes to returning starters, meaning we look for the team we're playing on to have 16 returning starters and 5 more than their opposition. Now this works as long as we have an accurate list of the returning starters. We're able to scour the injury report every week to update that returning list. And a third factor, that we don't care what position these players are playing. Obviously that's not the case. Quarterbacks returning and a key amount of returners on the offensive and defensive line are really important when evaluating the returning starter list of each team. In addition, here's one further factor which few people know. It's absolutely essential. Historical research has proven that our play-on team has at least 4 wins from the previous year. Use your 16-5 rule with 4 wins from the previous year and have a big edge up on the experienced teams. This has been Joe Gavazzi from Winning Sports Advisors. Till next time, good luck. I'm Joe Gavazzi, America's #1 sports betting coach. We're here on the banks of the Allegheny with beautiful PNC Park behind us for segment 3 in our 7-part series, Experience in College Football. This segment focuses on returning lettermen. Maybe even more than returning starters, the percentage of returning lettermen are critical to a college football team's experience factor. With coaches able to hand out letters at their discretion, we use the percentage of returning lettermen. An average amount of returning lettermen for a program is 70%, meaning we use the 60 to 80% rule. A team with 60% or less returning lettermen are considered an inexperienced team, while 80% or more letter winners back make an experienced team. This is absolutely critical in a team's success, as the older players are able to mentor the younger players and build on the success of the past. Also, one further factor, we like to look at 4 or more wins from the previous year to make sure that we have quality players coming back. That's it. Remember, in conjunction with returning starters, you want to use percentage of returning lettermen when analyzing your experience of a college football team. Until next time, this is Joe Gavazzi of Winning Sports Bet Advice. Good luck. I'm Joe Gavazzi, America's #1 sports betting coach. We're here on the banks of the Allegheny River with beautiful PNC Park behind us to talk about the 4th factor in experience in college football. That factor is strength of schedule year over year. Let's take a look at how this influences a team. A team who's experienced a very difficult schedule the previous year is likely to enter the season with great confidence, knowing that the experience they've built up against quality competition will hold them well against a much easier schedule this year. Confidence begins to brim with every increasing win, and they're able to carry that momentum through to a successful season against a much easier schedule. Conversely, a team that played an easy schedule last year will have a much tougher time when going against the rigors of a harder schedule this year, as every time they look to build confidence, they're smacked down by a tougher opponent. Strength of schedule is an important factor in a team's experience and the confidence level it experiences in the current year. Remember to factor that into your experience factor when looking at college football this season. This has been Joe Gavazzi from Winning Sports Advice. Until next time, good luck. I'm Joe Gavazzi, America's #1 sports betting coach. We're here on the banks of the Allegheny River in front of beautiful PNC Park, voted the best place to watch a baseball game by ESPN. Today we're on segment 5 of the experience factor in college football, looking at the AFP number. We're going to make you work a little bit with this one. The AFP number is the difference between the point spread and the final score of the game. It's a critical number that the line maker uses to adjust the betting line each week. For every 7 to 10 points from the betting line that a final score falls, he makes an adjustment of 1 point in the betting line. How can we use this to our benefit? Here's where the work comes in. You're going to have to go back to the previous year's game and figure out the net AFP margin for all of a team's games from last year, then compare it to a respected source of power ratings and see if the amount of adjustment the line maker made is equal to the amount of the AFP adjustment. Once you have that, you'll know if that starting power rating for next year is accurate or if he's erred in his assessment. The AFP number is a powerful tool, but needs a lot of work and homework. But with a little bit of fine-tuning, you'll learn how to do it quickly and accurately. Until next time, this is Joe Gavazzi from Winning Sports Advice. Good luck. I'm Joe Gavazzi, America's #1 sports betting coach. Today we're here on the banks of the Allegheny with beautiful PNC Park behind us, rated #1 in America by ESPN for viewing a Major League Baseball game. But today we're going to talk about the experience factor in college football. This is part 6 in the series, and it deals with turnovers. Remember, a team who commits a lot of turnovers is being drilled by their coaches how to take care of the football. Conversely, teams who force few turnovers are being urged by their coaches to find ways to force more turnovers. The bottom line is, when a team is 1 or more net turnovers per game over the course of a 12-game running log, you're going to look for a reversal of fortunes. This goes hand in glove with the AFP factor in segment 5 and should be used as a contrary indicator in the experience of a college football team and how it impacts value on the betting line. Until next time, this has been Joe Gavazzi from Winning Sports Advice. Good luck. I'm Joe Gavazzi, America's #1 sports betting coach. We're here on the banks of the Allegheny River with beautiful PNC Park behind us, rated by ESPN, the #1 site to view a Major League Baseball game in America. This is the 7th in a 7-part series regarding experience in college football. Today we look at a hidden gem, and that's last year's injuries. Remember in part 2, we looked at returning starters in college football? Well, this goes hand in glove with that number. These are players who did not play last year but were starters from previous years. They're seldom included in lists of returning starters, but clearly are critical in a team's experience. This is so because they create depth and add competition in practice. And remember, how a team practices is usually how they play. With players returning from last year's injuries, we truly have a hidden gem in the experience factor of college football. This has been Joe Gavazzi from Winning Sports Advice. Until next time, good luck.